Okay, so today I'm going to review with you basically the first three steps that we have went over for factoring for your quiz or test tomorrow, excuse me. So the first thing you're going to always do is these three steps, and you always kind of just step your way through them. So the first thing you're going to do is look and see if there's a GCF. So right here I'm going to look. Oh, yes, there is. They can all go into 5 evenly. So when you do that, you put the GCF on the outside, and then you're going to have n squared minus 17 n plus 72. Okay, so then you start all over. You say, okay, self, is there GCF? No. Second step, is this a difference of square? No. Can I make this work into a t-chart? So we're going to see, and that is what multiplies to the last term, which is 72, and adds to the middle term. Well, right off the top of my head, I know that 9 times 8 is 72, and then that also equals 17. But I need it to be a negative 17. So I'm going to do negative 9 and negative 8. And whenever I add those together, that's my magic combination, negative 9 and 8. So you're going to first separate this first term into n. And because 72 is not a perfect square, you say, okay, well, that's negative 9 and negative 8. This is your final answer. So I just went through all the steps. Look at this one. Is there a GCF? Yes, it is. They both have n. So you can take that out and have n minus 1 left. Okay, self, is there a difference of squares? No. Can I do a t-chart? No, there's not 3 terms. So now I'm done with this, and this is your final answer. Look right here. Is there a GCF? No. Is it a difference of squares? No. So now I say, okay, t-chart time. What multiplies to 6 and adds to 7? I know 1 and 6, 2 and 3. But 1 and 6 are the only ones that add together. So I separate my first term and do r plus 1 and then r plus 6. Right here, is there a GCF? They both have an n. So I can take that out and have n minus 9. I look inside. Is there a GCF in here? No. Difference of squares? No. And I can't do a t-chart because it's not 3 terms. So this is my final answer. And then number 5, same thing. GCF? No. Difference of squares? No. Okay, let's do a t-chart. What multiplies to 21 and adds to a negative 10? Well, I know 1 and 21. My other combination that I know is 3 and 7, but I need it to be a negative 10. So I'm going to do negative 3, negative 7. Oh, and those are my magic factors. Negative 3, negative 7. Right here, GCF first. Is there a GCF? And yes, there is. I can divide everything by 6. So whenever I do that, I'm going to have r squared minus 72r. No, wait. 7 times 6 is, yes. Okay, I just had to double check myself. 8. Okay, perfect. I start over. GCF, no. Difference of squares, no. All right, self, what multiplies to negative 8 and adds to negative 7? Well, 1 and 8, 2 and 4. Oh, okay, let me do this. Negative 8 times 1, and that's my magic answer. So I'm going to have r minus 8. And again, it doesn't matter if you do r plus 1 first or r minus 8. The order of this doesn't matter. What does matter is that you keep these signs correct, which means that you have a negative 8 and a positive 1. All right, self again. No GCF, no difference of squares. What multiplies to 7 and adds to negative 8? Well, 1 and 7, but that's not negative 8, so they both are going to be negative. So I'm going to split this up and have b minus 1. That looks really bad. That. So I'm going to have b minus 1 and b minus 7. Okay. Next step. GCF, no. Difference of squares. Ooh, la la, there is a difference of squares. So you have what times what is x squared, and that's x times x is x squared. What times what is negative 4? 2 and a negative 2. Now, this is as far as you have to go, but the reason is because these two terms in the middle are going to cancel each other. Same thing. GCF. Oh, GCF. So now I'm going to have 10 plus 10. GCF in here? No. Difference of squares? No. P chart? No. Last one. What multiplies to 42 and adds to a negative 13? Well, I know it's 42, 2 and 21, 6 and 7. That equals 13, but I'm trying to get to a negative 13. So negative 6, negative 7, and when you add those, that is a negative 13. So you're going to have x minus 6, x minus 7. And then you are finished. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Don't forget to study tonight.